And if you don't want to be in the recording, I suggest that you keep your camera off. The chat is available all this session, so if you have any questions, please write them down, and I'm sure that Rafael or Lucas will answer them as quickly as possible during the session. And for you that hasn't been with us, welcome to Lunch and Learn Tuesday at the B3. And today we have the great honor to welcome our colleagues from Poland. So I will give you the word, Rafael and Lucas, and let you introduce yourself better.
Okay, thank you. Lucas, you can start, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. It is nice to be here today. I'm Chief Delivery Officer in Polish side, and I'm responsible for technical aspects in most cases. And for me, it is quite nice to join you today for this session. And I hope so you will hear something interesting, or at least something will be surprising for you. I hope so. Yeah, and I will try to reply to the questions when it will appear, but please bear in mind that it can be with some delay. Rafał, I believe you can start.
Yeah, thank you, Łukasz. So I'm Rafał Dapkowski. I'm the CEO and co-founder of B3 Consulting Poland. And today, together with Lucas, we will share with you some interesting facts, information about cybersecurity matter. This is something that surrounds us all. So we hope that you find it interesting, and we will try to do this as quick as possible, as efficient as possible. So then we will leave you some space for questions. Of course, you will also receive material later on after the session, so you can go into the details whenever you want. So let's kick it off. This is an interesting thing because most of people being asked, they respond that hackers are focused on infrastructure, applications, and basically technology. Most of them not aware that basically hackers hacking people these days.
Okay, Rafał, I believe I need to refresh the slides.
Okay, take your time, and you can jump into the second one already.
Because it seems it won't refresh so far. Okay, right now we'll be fine. Okay, I have the right version. Sorry, guys. And this should be good. I hope so. Soon. Yeah. It was an attack. Yeah, this was just
an attack.
Not
That's
the proper
good.
link.
That's good. Even if it was quick recovery, then. Let's go to the next one. I'm sure most of you have heard about Kevin Mitnick, an American hacker who tricked people into revealing passwords, access codes, and sensitive info by exploiting human trust rather than cracking systems directly. It's called social engineering. And this legendary style made him the FBI's most wanted hacker until 1995, when he was arrested. So what has changed since that time? Well, we are now living in a digital era, and the scale of cyber threats are bigger than ever before. But what hasn't changed is social engineering. So let me ask you some questions. You don't have to respond to them loudly, but just think about it. How many of you reuse passwords across accounts? how secure do you really think your personal data is right now? And why do smart people still fall for phishing scams every day? So today we will share with some facts and information about this topic, which is a super hot topic around the cybersecurity matter. Let's start from the high-level perspective. Cyber Defense magazine forecasted that cybercrime costs reached 10.5 trillion US dollars in 2025, and it already represents the largest transfer of economic wealth in history. If cybercrime were a country, it would rank third globally by GDP. The vast majority of incidents never become public knowledge. They stay unreported. And then cyber attacks are the main concern for G7 countries for the second year in a row, followed by economic or financial crisis and disinformation campaigns from enemies. Why is like that? Łukasz will give you some insight.
Okay, guys, let's start. Like we heard that the threat landscape has shifted, that while organizations invest millions in technical defense, attackers have found a cheaper and I believe most clever way. They are manipulating us. Yes, that 95% of successful cyber attacks begin with human mistake. Yes, when we will go further, 48% are non-email attacks, yes, and especially taking into consideration AI technology that dramatically lowered the cost and complexity of launching sophisticated attacks, making every employee a potential target. Yes, right now the cybersecurity is no longer just an IT responsibility; it's everyone as a responsibility, and email is no longer the primary threat vector. Yes, attackers have expanded to every communication channel our organization uses. Yes, that it touches the Teams, the Slack, trusted internal platforms exploited for client RTF. Of course, SMS and the text. That some urgent messages bypassing email security entirely. Yes, because if you'll get the information through a text message, it is almost no security. Only you are the security here. WhatsApp and other messaging tools, and also what is also possible right now because of the AI and how the AI is helping the criminals, the voice calls, and many of the voice calls right now they are also AI generated voices that they can create for you some false urgency and the trust, and this is something that I will explain a bit more in the real case, which will be on the next slide. Then let's jump to one case, and this is not so old case, yes, but this is a really good case. It happened for Arup. This is the company. This was it happened 2024, and what really happened there? Yeah, because this was deepfake fraud, like you see here. But what really happened that the staff member in Arup's finance departments in Hong Kong received a message, initially believed to be phishing because it was an email message, yes, from someone impersonating the company's UK-based chief financial officer, yes. But the criminals were that clever that to bypass his initial skepticism, the scammers invited the employee to a video conference call. During this call, the employee interacted with what appeared to be a CFO and few other colleagues. Yes, and in reality, what was revealed at the end, all participants expected the employee were AI generated, yeah, deepfake recreations, and based on the call, the employee approved the money transfer. Can somebody guess how big transfer it was? Maybe you can put in the chat. Later we will see if somebody will be will be right with the answer that put in $1 million. I would say it will be the something that should help you. And let's go. That in results they lost $25 million. That was that big transfer, and this was no malware. This was no hacking. It was only the trust. Yes. And this incident is considered one of the largest known financial frauds using deepfake technology. Yes, that this is right now very, very problematic. Yeah. And when you are going to the human factor, yeah, it was quite obvious for the person. He trusts authority. He got the visual confirmation because he also received the video call. But what we can take from that, that if the request is urgent, unusual, or financial, really it requires to verify on any other channel. Yes, this is very important to do it also additionally somewhere else. Yes, that this was quite interesting case. And we'll go to the next one. Maybe some of you know this company because this is huge company, Sunweb Group. This is travel company. This kind of a company that's helping to book the trips and journeys in multiple directions. And this was kind of a data-driven phishing. But what is interesting here, that the people were phished, but what happened really here is the attackers previously hacked one of the legacy system responsible for core functionality in Sunweb. And due to that, they breach the customer contact details, including name, email address, phone number, as well the booking information. They know when exactly people would be traveling, yes, and to which destinations. And as a result, this data was taken by them, and they used this data for phishing emails to reach the customers, yes? And the customers were asked to confirm their details and to make a payment many times. If they didn't comply, their booking would be canceled, yeah? This was the message which they received, yes? And this data has been used to trick the customers into transferring money to the other accounts, yes? And really, attackers use real names and the booking details to send this information. And from the customer perspective, yeah, emails look legitimate, yeah, and highly personalized, yeah, because this was our details. We booked few months or a few weeks ago this trip, and right now this is the question roundabout. Yeah, and the hackers know exactly when people are on holiday. This is another issue here, yes, which means they also know when homes are empty, yes. And what started as a hack become really a physical security risk at the end also, yes. What is the bad thing here from the customer perspective? Sunweb refused to compensate for any customer charges that they paid, and they also refused to change a policy for free rebooking, yes. And based on that, the customers were faced with the problem, and this is something which happened here, yes. And this is something that can happen all of us, yes. That's why when we are thinking about the human factor here, this is, I know this was just clicking somewhere, message felt real, yes. Everything looks legitimate, yeah, because it came and was quite similar to the data that people provided. But nevertheless of that, it wasn't safe. Yes, that's the key takeaway for us. Yeah, that personalized information doesn't mean this is the safe information. We need to remember that. And always verify links and senders, especially under the time pressure. Yes, and because this is the socio technique that the cyber criminals many times using, that they are putting us under some pressure or the urgency. And the last from the real cases that we would like to take a little bit look today, it is MGM Research International. This is some hospitality corporation that they have hotels, they have the restaurants, and they also have in these hotels a lot of gambling machines, and they also were, I would say, attacked by the criminals. And also they were attacking the quite interesting way, yes, because this was two organizations. One was regarding the getting the access, another organization later do something else. But the first organization gather information about employees through LinkedIn. Yeah, they gather information about the employees based on the LinkedIn. And with the number of employees, they started calling MGM IT help desk impersonating as employees, because they have all of the details, they have information about departments, and after some time they get the successful help, and at the end help desk reset credentials and MFA access, to the criminals. And having this information, they fortunately or unfortunately for the MGM, they got some of the credentials with admin privileges to MGM's Okta and Azure tenant environment. And later what they did, they provided this access to another cyber group, and they deploy ransomware to the servers and to the software. And as the result, they encrypted approximately 100 servers in MGM network. Because there's also the problem that the servers weren't in a segmentation there, and they were able to easily to do that. At the end, the thousands of virtual machines that were hosted on these servers that supported critical hospitality systems, as this gaming machine, online reservations, digital room keys, and the website, everything was shut down, and they also claimed that they have exfiltrated 6 terabytes of customer information during the time when they have a time to explore the infrastructure. Of course, they threatened that they will make this information public if MGM won't pay, that MGM continue to the negotiations. And at the end, it was also estimated as approximately $100 million impact, financial impact. This is the real impact of the disruption, because it was more than 10 days operational disruption when anything was working. And this is something important. And here, this was also the entrance was happening through the call. They just trick the people on the help desk line. And it's starting very simple. Initially trying to reset their credentials to the systems. Okay. And what we can really do to protect against the cybercrime? We cannot be protected 100%. This is not possible. But the best protection, at least if we are not thinking about the technical security, it is ours. It is we. We are the best place here. That when we are talking about the security, the most important is training the biological intelligence. Training the people first. We should invest in human defense, not just technical systems. This is very important. We should practice with real simulations. That's something that is simulating the real techniques. That right now the simple phishing campaigns using only emails, in most cases, can be not enough for us to understand how they are working. But there are also the tools and the solutions that they can help us to do that. And first of all, to build resilience, we need to really create long-term behavioral change. No one-time awareness. This is very important. We shouldn't have only one talk and then just go back to the work. We should be able to, in a continuous way, train ourselves. And do as much as possible to understand how the criminals working. And the goal isn't to make people security experts. Nobody wants to do that because it is not possible. It is require a lot of knowledge and the practice. But it's to make the security thinking automatic. When we will face with a suspicious request, the right response should be instinctive. We'll talk about this a bit later also. And right now I will give the word to Rafał back, and he will give some view on what we are doing. Rafał, you need to unmute.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Łukasz. As you most of you know, B3 is present in 3 countries now: Sweden, Norway, and Poland. And good news is that we already have cybersecurity competences, each one of them. In parallel, we're running a bi-weekly cross-border initiative where we exchange knowledge and ideas around the cybersecurity. We started this a couple of months ago, and it's going to the very right direction. What you see here is how we, in Poland, respond to the market needs with our services. And basically, we always take into consideration that every company is different, but all of them want to be safe. So all of them need protection. That's why we provide 3 layers of protection. The first one is the security testing, where we identify the weakest points of the organization from infrastructure, application, or human being point of view. Then we have security strategy, where we advise clients how to build relevant standards and policies. And the third one is awareness and education, where we help people to become more aware and competent. It gives us a wide perspective on cyber threats. And as Lucas said before, you have to keep in mind that 95% of attacks are because of a human error. Thank you.
Okay, and previously we had the cases from, I would say, real world, and right now I would like to present you 2 cases which we run for our customers by our experts. And first one is a phishing campaign, and that our expert prepared the phishing campaign for one of the largest meal provider in Poland. Results of it was, of course, surprising for the customer. Like you see in the results, we ran this campaign for more than 1,300 of employees. And through this campaign, 200 people click the link. And what we also observed, more than 100 people entered credentials. Yes, and like we see, this was 58% of those who clicked provided the login details. Yes, that I believe all of us can imagine what could happen with that information if any cyber criminals will have, I know, approximately 60 potential logins and the passwords to the systems. Yes, what they potentially can do. Of course, we provided the recommendation, and right now we are working with customer to be secure going forward. But from the key takeaway here, what we want to look, that awareness declared is really not the resilience tested. Yeah, that these kind of phishing campaigns and this case, it shouldn't be a one-time event. Yes, this is something that should be very often tested and measured. Yes, to be really understand how the situation changing and if it is changing in time. Yes, this is a very important aspect. And I will also give you a very interesting case. This was simulated advanced persistent threat attack. And that I don't know if all of you know what is this, but this is kind of a multi-stage, long-term, complex operation target against some specific company or individual. Yeah, these attacks are advanced and highly funded, so the attackers are often organized inside groups or even government agencies. Yes, and attacks often target military secrets, sensitive data, or any valuable information such as patents or technological solutions. Yes. And attackers use advanced tools and demonstrate a high level of cybersecurity expertise. And furthermore, they combine multiple attack methods. Yeah, they are using different techniques. They are also using the phishing. They are using other attacks to the sites. And like you see here, I will give you a bit more what happened, because this is quite, I believe, interesting for some of you. How the access was obtained. Because phishing was also successful from this perspective, but what our experts were able to get, they were able to access through web application exposed to internet. Yeah, that they were able to hijack the access. This was some old legacy PHP application with some wrong information and with wrong configuration, exposing the debug mode. that if any of you are writing the code, that you can imagine what does mean. And after the few minutes, the application revealed the database credentials. Yes, that when the error response due to the connection limit being reached, our experts see the credentials to database. Maybe this was some helpful for some of the developers for investigating. I don't know. They also don't know, but we got the information. And further that they investigated, of course, that this the same user and the password working through SSH connection, and this allow our experts to download the source code of this application, download the database with the content, and they were able to redeploy this application to the infrastructure, and then really get the access to all other places. Yes, this was very interesting, and as a result, like you see here, besides downloading the code, they obtain the access to S3 bucket with very sensitive data. They access approximately 300,000 customer records. In the meantime, because they also have time, they also have very good hardware, they were able to crack 62% of employee passwords. Yeah, that this really presented how security is important on all aspects. Yes, because from one perspective, the phishing was also successful, but the guys which were getting the access through the system this time were faster. Yes, and this is also another key takeaway. You cannot secure something that you don't validate. Yes. From that, also this was full list of recommendation changes in the software development lifecycle also, and also implementing periodic structured penetration testings for the systems and applications. Besides of that, as I said, the phishing campaign also presented I would say, not good results for the customer. Also, the security awareness training and implementing some periodical social engineering tests also were advised here. Yes, that as we see, this is also some cases that that we can have also touch and understand and have this information, and that this is something that really happening around us. And one of these solutions that you saw on what Rafał presented, it is B3 Cyber Shield. This is the service that we provide to the customers, but also this is the service that we are using for ourselves in Poland. This is something that we have, that we are using. We are testing each other through this platform. It is a very nice platform, providing us these phishing simulations, of course, through email. But additionally to that, we have also SMS, phone, and the messengers. Yes, and this is quite nice because it can provide realistic multi-channel attacks. Yes, that these campaigns can be connected. What is really nice also, we have a dedicated email plugin. This is very nice and handy in all our Outlook tools. We have a plugin and we have a button, and it allows us, first of all, check using the AI-powered threat detection, that it can advise us if this information is risky or suspicious. From another perspective, allowing us to report a threat and a suspicious information to our team and react. Yes, and understand if this is a real threat or something. Okay. Yeah, of course, providing also the AI deepfake call simulations that also can simulate somebody calling from the help desk, or somebody calling some automatic call from Microsoft, because Microsoft also time to time using these kind of tools. Besides of that, having a lot of training materials and the modules gathered with some simple quizzes, very short videos. Many times we can run it through a really micro-learning way. This is very simple. I know 5 minutes training, and we can get this information more often. Yes. Yeah, and I believe I will give the voice to Rafał one more time.
Thank you, Łukasz. So as Łukasz mentioned before, 95% of breaches involve human error. But you have to also remember that 98% of attacks use social engineering. Therefore, every interaction represents a B3 reputation and trustworthiness in the market. Then you all know that client data and market integrity depend on your vigilance. Another thing that security succeeds when everyone participates actively. Remember, the weakest cell of the chain is always the biggest issue. And immediate reporting helps stop attack before they spread. So not only being aware and reacting and protecting ourselves, but also reporting immediately, then we can react widely.
Okay, and I will give you or present a very simple framework. This is a very simple framework. 3 steps, what all of us, I believe, should do, because it can really reduce the risks. That's first of all, slow down. Yes, urgency is a red flag here all the time. All the time, we should take time to think before acting on unexpected requests, especially those demanding immediate action or secrecy. Yes, that if you feel that something is suspicious, somebody asking for very urgent information, that you should really slow down and think if this is real case. Then go and verify, to be frank, verify everything when you hear that this is suspicious. Use a different communication channel to confirm a request. If someone calls you, send an email. If you receive a message, call them back using a no number, if you know. Of course, we are not talking about the cases when your colleague sitting close to you are calling to you and you understand him. But even now, as you understand, it could be a deepfake call. Yes, and that we need to be really sure that this is the proper request. And as Rafał said, report immediately. Yes, because this is very important, because your report might stop an attack in progress. Yes, because maybe we are under some attack, and if you will see something suspicious, it is way better to report than miss the threats. Yes, this is something very, very important. And just to sum up, let's make it harder for cyber criminals, and we can make it together. Yes, that every time you pause to verify, every time you question something unusual, every time you report a suspicious message, you are protecting B3, our clients, and the broader financial ecosystem. Yes, this is something very important. And I believe we are at the end. And Q&A, I will stop sharing maybe and see if there are any questions.
Thank you so much to both of you for a great presentation. It's nice to see some activity in the chat as well. So maybe the question has been answered during the session. Otherwise, I'm sure that for you that are listening in live or during the recording later on, Rafał and Łukasz is only a Teams chat away if you have further questions on the topics.
I believe we can reply in the chat later. I see that Daniel posted some social engineering site. I believe this is good materials also. That worth to read for sure. If nobody watched this site, it is really worth to visit. And this is. But this is many information how attackers are working and using this social aspects to manipulate us. Yes, and as I said, we are using a very nice platform with one of our partner that providing a lot of these kind of trainings also. That it can be really surprising time to time if you will see how they can trick us, yeah, and how in a good way they can be prepared, yes, to attack us. Yes, they can really, and right now with the AI, with the LLMs, they can really search the information way faster. Yeah, they can gather many information about us. Yes, if you are using the social media, I'm not using Facebook, for example, but if you are using, yeah, that potential is a lot of information then about you. Yes, and this is a question: if you are having this public or private, yes, who can read it? Yeah, that this is many ways that they can trick us, and then we need to be really careful. What are we doing? That I believe this is very important and useful on the daily basis. Yes, because even outside of the work environment. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can be a Sunweb customer. Yes. For example.
Good wrap up.
I would like to take a time to say it's so good to have you on board. It's so good to have you in Poland and in Norway to work together with. Some of us, most of us, have been working with IT security, cybersecurity, but even though it's so good to have, like you, Lucas, to pinpoint telling us that even though we are aware, we might click on that link. And that's what I take with me from this seminar. Even though we know it's so easy to fall in the trap anyway. So we'll spread the message and fun to do it together with you. So thank you.
Okay, many thanks, Gunnar. This was great comment. And the end. This is the truth and the reality right now.
Yeah. What I would like to also share, taking this occasion with this group, because basically we are the part of the consulting organization. So we are all consultants, meaning that we talk to each other, we talk to customers about various topics every day. And cybersecurity is like a great small talk topic these days. Is better than the weather, than a holiday, and many other, because it really happens every single day. So one of the greatest question that also helped us to start the first cooperation around the cybersecurity services in Poland was, dear client, how do you protect your organization these days? And this opened us a discussion. And the question is not, do you protect? This is not the right question. How you protect? And then you really open the topic and you can discuss various things using some knowledge and data, even from this seminar, because you know that 95% of the attacks are because of human error, 98% because of the social engineering, etc., etc. So talking to customers, then we have to take care of them. So asking this, then we can open the discussion and provide some accurate ideas how to help them with these difficult times, because they don't know. And if they wait every single day, and then the next day is the chance for the hackers to enter the organization. So there is no time to wait. We have to act.
Super. Thank you so much for joining this Lunch and Learn. Super happy to have Poland with us, and maybe some from Norway as well listening in. And just know that if you want to discuss this further, we have so much competence in the consulting group. If it's in Sweden or in Poland or in Norway, just connect and talk further. And with that said, thank you so much for this premiere Lunch and Learn. I will stop the recording.